Hi, welcome to this part of my review featuring the Otherworlds core rulebook. If you haven't seen the other parts of my review featuring this science fantasy RPG, where the player characters are wanderers who travel to other worlds, please check out the playlist in the description below. This time we are going to talk about character creation. Allowing you to create the character you envision is important to this game's integrity. Before going through the 6 steps to create a character, it's a good idea to come up with some concepts. This game isn't about fitting into rigid boxes, but rather your character forming their own paradigm and place to inhabit in this magnificent universe. You can give your character any sort of look, race, name, culture, etc. Even equipment has no bounds. However, it is a good idea for the characters in the group to have all sorts of skill sets and equipment. You have 3 character classes in this game: Fighter, Mage, and Rogue. Your fighter characters will likely be the ones taking the brunt of the damage, and can handle themselves in an up-close and personal fight. Mages are great for utility and support, punishing enemy weaknesses and keeping their friends protected with wards and healing. Rogues are great for dealing damage, but also for sneaking their way around. They are also typically the most diverse in skill proficiencies, allowing them to round out the team when it comes to doing important tasks. So in a general sense, it's a good idea to have many different species, character classes, and equipment in a single group. That way, you will be equipped to deal with all sorts of situations. Now let's talk about the 6 steps to create your character. You have race, class, attributes, themes, equipment, and story. Every character will belong to a race. I would rather say species because these types of characters are very different from each other in terms of structure and genetics. But let's call them races for simplicity's sake. Playable races are composed of intelligent creatures found on many of the worlds in the universe. Every race has different traits, such as their appearance, lifespan, abilities, and general personality. When it comes to class, your class is a name given to your character based on their ability set. Classes fill different roles, such as being aggressive, defending others, casting spells, and healing, among other things. While class is a great way to give insight and general roles to players, no class fits 100% into any box. Instead, classes are often hybrid builds and capable of adapting to many strategies and playstyles. When it comes to attributes, there are 6 in total: strength, dexterity, toughness, intelligence, wisdom, and resolve. They represent how capable your character is in any given field. Attributes range from 0 to 12, with higher being better. Concerning themes, every character has things that make them unique. A rune scar given to them at birth, abnormally large muscles, or a body that can turn itself to slime. The universe is the limit, really. Characters by default get 2 themes. Concerning equipment, every character will need some equipment to take with them on their journey. Equipment can be anything from vials of potions to grenades, sets of armor, and weapons. When it comes to story, this is your character's story. Draft up some ideas for their background and personality. You have 12 races in total to choose in this rulebook, but you may also build a character that is half-race. You may run into a scenario where a player wishes to play a half-race character, such as a half-elf. In this case, use the attribute bonuses from one race and the skills from the other. Weaknesses and resistances would be shared among the two. In case of a contradiction, such as weakness and resistance to fire, you'd be neutral to it. If a player wants to be a half-breed with something not in the core rulebook, use things such as the Leogin to substitute for a half-animal or a more hefty type, or a Feelings if that character is more on the nimble side. A Vanticar could be a great substitute for half-demon, rewarding Dragon to Demon, to have things like Demon Blood and Demon Skin, to give the character more sustainability and resistance to, likely, fire. And this concludes this part of the review. In the next part, we are going to start looking at each of these different races separately. The character creation process is very simple and very flexible. Each of these different races, classes, and even equipment can be customized thematically and mechanically to create the character that you want. Thank you for watching this part of the review, and thank you for your likes and your comments. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. Once again, thank you, and see you later.